Go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Christina, and I'm going to be the in-charge flight attendant today. Since I haven't worked with any of you before, I would appreciate it if we just did a round of introductions, and that would be great. All right, Jane, nice to meet you. John, Marie, and Lisa. Okay, wonderful. So nice to be acquainted with all of you. So I'm just gonna hop right in and get started. First things first, I'm gonna go over working positions. So of course I'll be occupying jump seat 1L, and I'll be doing the announcements. And Jane, I'm gonna have you assigned at 1R. John, you're gonna be at 2L. Marie, you're gonna be at 2R, and Lisa, you're gonna be at 2RA, occupying the swivel jump seat. All right, so I'm gonna do a quick review of arming and disarming the door. So let's get started with arming first. You're gonna go to your assigned exit, remove safety pin and flag from the door arming lever, and stow it in the hole on the support arm of the door. You're going to move the slide arming lever down until it's flush with the door. Check that the armed disarmed indicator reads armed and is red. Cross-check with the adjacent door to confirm that it has been armed in the identical manner. And lastly, you're going to return to the original door and await a conference call. All right, so now we're gonna move on to disarming the door. So you're gonna go to your assigned door, move the slide arming lever up, remove the safety pin and flag from the support arm of the door, and place it in the hole beside the slide arming lever. You're gonna check that the armed disarmed lever indicator reads disarmed and is green. You're going to cross-check the adjacent door to confirm it has been disarmed in the identical manner, and then you're going to return to the original door and await a conference call. Okay. And so as for demo today, Jane, I'm gonna have you at row 1. John, you're going to be at row 11, and Marie, you're gonna be at row 21. So Lisa, you can stay in the aft since you're not gonna have a demo position today. All right. So do you all have your passports and rate cards? Yes? Okay, perfect. And I see that you all have your FAMs currently up to date, so thank you for that. Thank you for coming prepared. So we're gonna jump into some flight information right now. So aircraft type is a Airbus A330. Flight number is AS864. Fin number is gonna be 124. En route is YYZ to LAX. So Toronto to Los Angeles. The captain is Suzanne Lau, the first officer is David Bates, and the passenger load is 176 and 2 infants additionally. So moving on to special attention passengers, Jane, I'm gonna have you do one of the briefings for the first infant at row 5A. And that'd be really greatly appreciated, thank you. And so John, I'm gonna have you do the briefing for the second infant at row 7D. Okay, thank you. And Marie, if I can get you to do the special briefing for Miss Harris at row 24C, that would be wonderful. And lastly, Lisa, I'm gonna get you to do the special briefing for Mr. Simpson at row 30D with a hearing impairment. Thank you. So, flight time is going to be 5 hours and 45 minutes in the air and 5 hours and 55 minutes to the gate. Cruising altitude is going to be 39,000 feet, and the weather we're expecting some turbulence 2 hours after takeoff. So let's be mindful of when we do our service and make sure that the galleys are clean and organized, especially when we're approaching that time just before turbulence. So the weather at the destination is going to be warm and sunny and 24 degrees. So additional information, There's gonna be quick taxi time, approximately 5 minutes, guys. And also, let's get into cabin defects. So at row 26 ABC, the seat recline is inoperative. So after takeoff, we can switch the passengers that are sitting there into new seats if they would like. And additionally, the forward galley, the beverage maker, is also inoperative. So that being said, we will have a pot of coffee brought up from the aft galley. Okay, thank you. Okay, now we're gonna get into some questions. I'm gonna ask you all one question each in relation to the procedures we should know. So this first question is gonna be for Jane and is a safety procedure question. So in the event that a circuit breaker has popped, what are the safety procedures? Yes, that's correct. So if the circuit breaker has popped, you would check for further damage, immediately inform myself or the captain, and follow directions from the captain. Great, thank you. And the next question is for John, and it is an emergency procedure question. So in the event that a lavatory smoke detector alarm sounds and there appears to be fire in the lab, what must you do? Yes, that's correct. So first you would notify the pilots, keep the lavatory doors closed until firefighting equipment is ready. Yes, like the gloves and fire extinguisher. You would continue to keep the lavatory door closed until the PBE is donned. Access the extent of the fire with tactical search using the back of your hand. And open the door slowly, discharging halon towards the source of the heat or smoke. Locate the source of the fire using a flashlight if necessary. Fight the fire by discharging the halon extinguisher at the base of it. Lastly, if the fire is found to be in a waste bin, douse the area with a non-flammable liquid. Okay, thank you so much for answering. This next question is going to be for Marie, and it's a security procedure question. So, in the event you have an unruly passenger on board that appears to be violent, mentally unstable, or threatening, what are the responsibilities you have as an FA? Yes, that's correct. So removing any possible weapons from the area, cutlery, bottles, anything that may pose a threat. Removing vulnerable passengers from the area. Yes, so right, children or the elderly passengers. Soliciting assistance from suitable passengers. Yes, and keeping them under watch at all times. We want to keep an eye on them, right? So thank you for that. And last question is for Lisa, and it is a urgent communication question. So what is the shouted command for a blocked exit? Yes, that's correct. So if an exit is blocked, the flight attendant will have to face the passengers and shout the problem, depending on what or why the exit is blocked. The commands will be no exit, exit blocked, no slide, or fire. Again, depending on the situation. But after further assessing of the conditions, you would then redirect the passengers to a usable exit using the shouted command, turn around, go back, or cross over. Okay, great. So wonderful job, team. I'm gonna move on to discussing uniforms now. So I see that you are all wearing your uniform correctly and are in adherence to our uniform policy. So it is very much appreciated, and we are representing our airline and want to leave an impression on the passengers, right? So thank you all for that. And I would like to review customer service excellence. Firstly being that I would love to see you all smiling to the passengers. A friendly face will go a long way, create a nice atmosphere in the cabin, and make you seem more approachable. So fun fact of the day is that smiling is proven to actually make you happier. So this won't only just benefit the passenger, guys. And additionally, answering call buttons promptly, the passengers will really appreciate the response time being so quick. So thank you all for being so prepared today. If you run into any problems during the flight, such as rude passengers, or you need help, any extra support, just call me over. If you have any concerns or questions, feel free to ask. And thank you all for listening, and let's have a great flight today.